Εργάστηκε με μεγάλη επιτυχία σε Ιταλικό και Αγγλικό πρωτάθλημα, ενώ ήταν ο άνθρωπος που ανακάλυψε τον Μπρούνο Φερνάντες, το αστέρι της Manchester United. Πλέον είναι ο άνθρωπος κλειδί που βρίσκεται πίσω από τις πολύ ποιοτικές επιλογές του ρόστερ της Πάφος FC. Ο sporting director της ομάδας έρχεται αμέσως τώρα στην kick-off, ο κύριος Cristiano Giaretta. Welcome to Kick-Off, Mr. Giaretta. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So you are in Paphos the last 1.5 year, and let's say this summer, the previous summer, was your first chance to have a full work for this club. And we have seen an incredible season of Paphos FC up to now. Can we say that the work you are doing with the whole team is direct and visible?
Let's say, okay, we're having a successful season so far. For sure, the last summer mark, as you said, was a very busy period because we did a lot of movement in the club, players in and players out. And what we are looking for, what we are trying to do is to increase the technical level of the team and to increase possibly the levels of the club, which is already running fast, running very quickly. So this is what the chairman was asking me 1 year ago, and yeah, I think we are in the right direction, but still a lot of room for improvement, and we cannot be happy in this moment. Just we can be satisfied, but we have to keep up with the good work because the pathway is still long. We are again in the right direction, but you know, still football is sometimes cruel. So there are still 36 points to be won. We have to be careful, to keep on working hard like we've been doing so far every single day. And I think we have everything in order to arrive until the end of the season.
You had twice offer from Paphos FC in the past. You had another one.
Yeah, let's say I had already a meeting with the chairman 2 years ago in Chelsea, and there was immediately a good empathy each other. And then yes, I came for a check, for visiting the club, but there was also from the other side the owner from Watford who was a bit reluctant to let me go. So it was a difficult period, but now I'm very happy to be here, and you know, I don't regret at all. I think it was was a very good choice, and maybe one of the best choices in my career. So yeah, now let's focus on Paphos.
And can you tell us the way you are working with Mr. Cristiano and generally the way you are working in this club?
Okay, let's say I came with my model, with my methodology, and what I used to do is to live 24/7 in the training ground in order to stay close to the coach, to the coaching staff, to all the staff, medical, sports scientists, rehab, in order to have, can I say, a clear picture of what is going on, how we are working every day. With Cristiano, you know, it's very easy and to have a good relationship. I think we esteem each other, which is important, I think. And he knows that I'll be supporting him any moment. And we are creating good chemistry between us. So we share everything, pros and cons, what I think, what Cristiano thinks, and obviously regarding the life choices is always about the boss. But it's important again to create this kind of support each other.
Concerning the transfers and the new players, how do you work with Mr. Cristiano? You have a list and you discuss with him the profiles of the players?
No, let's say I cannot commit the coach with so many names. What I normally do, based on the characteristics that we are looking for in terms of position on the pitch, and based on what I see also every day in the session, so knowing the concept of the play of the coach, I provide for a very short list once, because you need to negotiate also the financial terms with the players to understand if a player is workable or not. Once I see that the deal could be done, I used to pass the very short list of the player, specific player to Cristiano in order also for himself to have a vision of the quality of the player, and then also if Cristiano is happy, I will move forward with the final negotiation.
There are some players that are personally your choice, let's say, because you know them from your common past. It's I don't know if it's all of them. It's Sema, Orsic, Kina, Sunic. Are there any more of those?
Let's say, okay, I'm here also because, you know, when you have a strong relationship with some player that you had in the past, it's a bit easier to convince them to join Paphos, because we are very happy, we know what we are doing, and we know how bigger and bigger is becoming the club. But if the players or the agent doesn't know at all the club, we need to possibly to have a strong relationship in order, you know, once someone is knowing you and you know how do you work, they are already quite convinced, okay, let's try to have a talk about Paphos. So that's why, if I can, I go with the player that I had in the past, or the player that I know them personally, or the agent that I know personally, possibly with a high level, because we want to increase the technical level of the team. And then in this case, it's just a bit easier to convince them, but it requires a lot of time to convince them.
I guess it's not the easiest thing to convince a high-level player to come in Cyprus League, isn't it?
Let's say 1 year ago, I was struggling much more than now. Now I'm realizing our appeal is improving consistently, because of the season that we'll be playing, because of the European competition for sure, and because also, you know, playing also in Italy, playing in Europe, someone is talking, oh, let's have a look on Paphos FC, and now our appeal is getting better and better, so it becomes a bit easier.
Maybe next season will be even easier due to the performances of Paphos in Conference League?
But, let's say the better we do, the easier it to convince players. Now this is important, and obviously by establishing as in the European competition, it will be very helpful to me now to convince players. And also so far last summer, also in the transfer window in winter, we were capable to attract important players. So that, you know, once you are looking for another player of a higher level, you know, they phone each other, players like this, they phone each other, so tell me what about Paphos, no? So this is important to have in our building important players like we have now, because someone other that will come in next summer or next winter, they will call for sure our player asking questions, no? So that's why it's important now. I think we are in a very good point. We have a good squad, we have 25 players that are very proper, they are proper choices, and you know, I think we have everything to perform, at least to play all our cards until the end of the season.
Generally, in your career as a sporting director, you don't prefer so much Italian players. Is there any reason?
When I went to work abroad, exactly, yes, I'm not obsessed with the Italian players, because I know their mentality. So, because we think football is only in Italy, I don't want to convince someone that is thinking, okay, I'm going to play in Cyprus just for like a walk in the park, because this is not true. They need to understand that once a player is coming in the Cyprus League is increasing, so the level is high, there is a lot of intensity. And it's also possible you don't play one game if you come with a bad attitude. So that's why I'm doubting a bit about the nature of the Italian players. While vice versa, I believe a lot in the foreign players that have been playing in the higher level, like in Italy, you know, in Spain, in France, in Germany, and from this point of view, I trust them a lot. Okay, but the Italian players are still a bit doubting.
Concerning what we have seen this season from Paphos, it's also the fact that you have a lot of very high-profile players as choices on the bench and the starting 11. But also, if you think that Paphos is playing for the Cup, for the Championship, and for the Conference League, but you almost have, let's say, very few injuries, it's also a secret for the success story until now for Paphos?
I think it's part of a process, because again, since the day one, our goal is to increase the level of the club and to increase the level also of the team and the squad. Consequently, we are also increasing the level of the staff. Now the staff, they are working with the right methodology. There is a clear communication. They meeting every day before the session, after the session, by analyzing player by player. So they are working in the right way from a prevention point of view, recovery point of view, because as you said, we've been playing for many games in this season, and the average is twice per week. And when you play twice per week, the most important part of our job, the coaching staff, is to recover the player and to prevent the injury of the player. So that's why you need to work with the good knowledge. I think also from this point of view, we have very good knowledge. We are still running a lot thanks to the amazing job the coaching staff they've been doing so far. So yes, touching wood, so far so good. We need to, again, as I said, still too many points to be won. We have to pay attention. We need to keep on working hard every day, because again, if you want to try to win the championship, you have to try to win every single game. After winning every single game, you have to work hard every single session.
Indeed. What about Giaretta? You are now in the process for his renewal of the contract.
Yes, we went to talk with the agent for renewing his contract as well. Goldar is something that we are discussing. They know that we are here, we are present. I don't want to annoy them by thinking about the contract, because they are very professional. They know the player in general. He knows that there is only one way to go, to do the best. No? So they have to keep on doing the best, like they've been doing for a while. And in the meantime, I'm talking with the agent, so there is a discussion ongoing.
What about you about your career? Which club or which season was the most challenging until now?
But let's say I can answer easily, because every season football is a challenging season. And if you want to win, if you don't want to lose, if you want to survive, for example, playing the Premier League, for sure the most challenging, because it's so difficult, the Premier League. Anytime you sit in the stand, you are about to watch your team, you really hope to get at least 1 point, because every week you play against Chelsea, Manchester United, Manchester City, Arsenal. It's quite impossible. Yeah. So, but it's also very, very, can I say, satisfying, it's gratifying. Playing the Premier League, working in the Premier League is very gratifying. And also, obviously, my job is not only to analyze players, it's also to try to create a capital gain also for the club, no? By taking in good players, for sure, in order to keep the technical level high, but also selling players. So yeah, this is my mission.
And also it's challenging the thing that you had to help a team to get promotion to the big category. I guess this is a hard thing to achieve.
No, yes, of course. And everywhere I go, normally they are asking you to increase the technical level, because regardless of your objective, the objective in football is always to win. Okay, talking about us, about Pafos, yes, I can say we are running fast a lot, not only from a technical point of view, but also in all the other departments. As a club, you know, it's very ambitious. Pafos is very ambitious. I loved since the first moment the ambition of the owners. No, they want to see Pafos to succeed in Europe, which is very important, and because they are motivating ourselves. For example, our dream. Just want to talk about some dream. Our dream is also to play in the Champions League. Why not?
Why not?
It's not impossible with a small club like Pafos. Then it's a dream that can become true, as long as all of us, all the people involved in the club, keep working hard every day. So there is no other way to go.
Also, one of your jobs is to discover, let's say, talents. One of them was Bruno Fernandes, isn't it?
Yes, Bruno Fernandes exactly was one of my first scouting as a sport director. Was an amazing story, because Bruno Fernandes, I signed Bruno Fernandes when he was 19 years old, and I was working in a small club in Italy, Novara. We were in second division in Serie B. And Bruno Fernandes came, I paid as a transfer fee €40,000, And then when I moved to Udinese, I brought Bruno Fernandes with me. And then we sold Bruno Fernandes to Sampdoria, then Sporting, and now he's been the captain of Manchester United for a while. Now his level is and his value he went to over 80 million pounds. So yes, this is also our mission. But again, as I said, it's important to find the best player in order to to have an effective performance on the pitch. Meantime, to watch in the market to sell them. Like other players, like one of the last was João Pedro in Watford. We bought from Fluminense for 10 million. And then we sold to Brighton for 35 million. Obeto from Portimonense for 8 million, and we sold to Everton for 26 million. So, you know, it's always you need to keep an open eye on the pitch, but to open eye also on the market in order to support the club.
Also, there is a story that you can tell us about Bruno Fernandes. When you first met him, you went to his flat, I don't know, and he made a post-it everywhere in his house in order to learn English.
It's true. It was incredible. This is what I can say, how you recognize the intelligence of a player. As you're right, Bruno was 19 years old and was living in the training ground in Novara. We was an hotel in the training ground. And after 1 month or 2 months, I saw he was improving also in his language. He was already talking quite good Italian. And then I went in his room in the hotel, and I saw all his room full of post-it, yellow post-it with the word like, for example, tavolo, no, in Italian, table, or chair, no, sedia, everywhere. I said, "Ma Bruno, what are you doing?" Cristiano, this is the best way to learn Italian. Was amazing, incredible. After 4 months, he was already talking Italian, and once he left Italy, he signed for Manchester United. His press conference presentation was already in English, so you understand the intelligence of a player. So that's why I keep on pushing also our players every year to be focused on your job, because you have an important opportunity to gain good money, to succeed in your career, to experiencing the world. So it's about the mentality of a player makes the difference, because I always tell them the legs and your quality, your feet are there for helping you, but what makes the difference is the mentality.
Do you still keep in touch, or?
Yes, I'm still in touch. Yeah, absolutely. He's a very humble boy. Did
he ever thank you for the things you have done for him?
He always recognized, yes, that period, because yes, he was reminding me, Cristiano, do you remember how was the salary you gave me the first time? Yes, Bruno, I remember. You were playing in second division. Now he's getting, obviously, in Manchester United, you can imagine, but he's a very humble guy. And yes, anytime we meet each other, we stay in contact also by phone. Yes, he's still very recognized what you did for him.
Do you watch other leagues, the games and everything?
Always.
Always?
Yes.
You watch like Premier League?
Yes, exactly.
Everything?
Everything, exactly. I pass a lot of hours.
Is it easy to watch everything and be updated?
It's not easy, it requires a lot of time, but we have also an important recruitment leader from Rodolfo Vazzi. They are doing an amazing job, so they are helping me a lot, they are supporting me a lot. They're providing with the shadow team. We're analyzing players all together, but obviously we need to have people focused on watching many games, because there is nothing, there is no any better to realize the technical level by keep on watching players, keep on watching the level, because if you keep on watching only the Cyprus League, you lose a little bit the intensity of the other championship. So it's important you recognize also the level of the other championship in order to take in the same intensity. So that's why we need to keep on watching games, yes.
You're also doing a very good job concerning under-19 team. There are a lot of foreign players, I think.
Yes.
Is there any plan for those players?
Well, okay, our focus is to try to take in players for the under-19 with possibly the technical characteristic for stepping up with the first team. It's not easy at all, but it's something that we are trying to do. So let's say we are in a good way.
And any other plans for the future concerning your club?
The plan, the plan is to keep on working in the same level and possibly to increase. So because the mission and the level already is already good in my opinion. I think we run very fast. So also for the next summer is to stay on the market and to possibly to increase again the level of the team, which is not easy in this moment, because if I close a moment my eyes and watching the performances we've been doing so far, I say, wow, it's not easy to improve this team. One of my goals also in this season for the next summer is to possibly to maintain the core of the team, because it's important, especially when you are successful, when you have a good season. It would be important because also for the can I say, for the sake of the group is very can I say, they support each other. It's a very healthy group. I like the group, the locker room, I like the locker room. It's important to maintain this kind of spirit, this kind of chemistry in the locker room also for the new season. But of course, because this is football, we will be going to make 3-4 new adding in the squad in order to maintain and to increase the level.
The players always say that Mr. Caicedo is so calm, even if there is a bad result. He's always ongoing with them. Is this due to his character only, or also it depends with the way the whole club is working and you and others of the team are helping him to be so focused on his job?
But in this moment, I see Caicedo very confident. He's very stable himself. He knows what he has to say. He knows what he has to do. He's much more confident that I saw since the day one, for example, and we value a lot. Caicedo is doing an amazing job, and the team is there, the result is there to be seen. Now, you know, he was capable through this squad to bridge the gap with the top club, no? Like Monia or Apoel or Aris. One of the achievements, in my opinion, this season is that we bridged the gap with the technical level of the top club. Now, it's coming the most difficult part to maintain this kind of level, and Caicedo, in my opinion, is doing an amazing job. Okay, he's calm, but he's also capable to be strict in the right moment. So he understands the moment. No? He knows how does it work in football. So yeah, and I think we have a great relationship. And again, sometimes he does the good boy and I do the bad boy with the player, and vice versa. No? We need to support each other.
And one last thing, if we, concerning the last season of Paphos and this season, there is a huge difference in everything, in the performances and everything. What does make the big difference this season? Can we name something about this?
Okay, let's say the basis football is about the level of the players. This is important, because if you want to increase the level and to win something important, you need to have good players, very good individual players. Then we need a good coach to put them together, because it is also a very difficult part of this job. And again, Caicedo is doing very well. So the difference with last season is for sure is the technical level of the players, the technical characteristic, the experience of the players. Where players more solid, more coming from the higher level. So the difference is very clear, because if I close my eyes again with last season and this season, there is a completely different. Despite all, we were capable to win the cup in May.
Yeah.
So, but because with the job of the coach, he was capable to give them a clear identity. So all the players, they know what to do once they go on the pitch with the ball and off the ball, and this is important. We have a good concept, we have run a lot, we keep the intensity high, so and then let's hope to arrive until the end.
Mr. Giaretta, thank you so much for your time. I know you have a busy schedule.
Absolutely.
And I'm wishing you the best and to complete this season with at least one trophy.
Fingers crossed. I hope our dream comes true, so thank you for having me again, and I wish you the best as well.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Αυτά είχαμε λοιπόν, κυρίες και κύριοι, για σήμερα εδώ από το προπονητικό κέντρο της Πάφου. Ραντεβού ξανά σε μία εβδομάδα στην καινούργια εκπομπή της Kick Off.